Bushnell. Cross will come in. Their bodies in the box. Bierman came out, got a slight touch to it. It's still loose. East Carolina with a shot of the game winner. It's all over. They are going to the NCAA tournament.
For the first time in East Carolina history, the Pirates are the AAC champions, and I'm joined now by their goalkeeper, Maeve English. Maeve, we just saw Annabelle's goal, so let's start there. When you saw that hit the back of the net, what was your first move?
I wish I could tell you. I think I blacked out, honestly. It was just absolute scenes.
You know, you've had a couple days to take it all in. What has it been like just knowing you are an American Conference champion?
It's just absolutely surreal, to be honest. I have just been trying to soak it all in. I've gotten a ton of messages, and I'm just so excited for the team to have this opportunity too. I think we had a great welcoming party when we came back, and then selection show yesterday. So it's just awesome to see Pirate Nation kind of like rallying around us too. So yeah, we just been trying to soak it all in since then.
We're going to talk more about your team in just a little bit, but I want to talk a little bit about you first. You were the most outstanding defensive player of the tournament. You had 5 saves in that championship game. You were just incredible in the net. What enabled you to be so locked in, not only in that championship game, but the entire tournament?
Yeah, I mean, across my 5 years, I definitely felt like this was the most confident I've been in our group going in to a tournament like this. I think we all knew, like, especially the way we went out last year, like we just like, I mean, I think with that, the way we went out last year, we've got this core group of seniors, like, which is so many. I feel like almost the stars aligned for us to be successful in this tournament, and so. I just really kind of tapped into this overall team belief and just like really solid core group of just like belief in our system, and we knew that I think going in, if we could execute, like we could absolutely win the whole thing. So I think just tapping into that team confidence really just allowed me to kind of trust my teammates and trust that if I do exactly what I'm supposed to, like we're going to be successful. So
That confidence was so prevalent. First game, you won in double overtime. Second game of the tournament, you won in PKs. And then that final game, you won in double overtime. What enabled your team to be so resilient, just pushing through all of those minutes of soccer?
yeah, it was definitely a test for sure. I think being in the Florida heat too, that was something that we had to adjust to. But I mean, I think the best thing was just we were able to focus on kind of one game at a time. We kind of found like our own individual motivation for each game. Like obviously Charlotte is one that we wanted to win because it was such a like just devastating way to go out last year. So I think we kind of obviously we're able to get up pretty good for that one, I think. And then USF too, we didn't do as well against them in the regular season, so we knew, I think going back at the film, that we could have absolutely played them a lot better in the regular season. So we had that as motivation. And then Memphis is just one of those teams, like I feel like we've gotten really close to beating them the last couple years, and it just couldn't have, like we haven't been able in the last couple years to put kind of a well-rounded performance against them. So I think for that to culminate kind of in the final is just kind of all you can ask for. Got to exercise some demons going through those 3 games, and each one I feel like had its own, I guess, kind of personal motivator for our team. So it was just nice to kind of right some wrongs that maybe we had in the regular season or last year, and then obviously just in the championship to come away with a win like that is so big and awesome.
How special is this? You know, you mentioned that group of seniors. How special are they to this team? And how would you describe what this team has meant to you?
I mean, this group of girls, like I mean, it's almost like a physical feeling. Like I genuinely feel like you could like reach out and grab the physical belief that this team had in our ability to be successful. And you can especially feel it in that group of seniors. Like we've got a lot of girls who are seniors who have had injuries and not been able to play, but we've also got girls like me and AB and Abby, Sam, all of them, like they have been here for 4 years. Like we've all been through the same experience. And I honestly feel like that experience like is what just carried us through. Like we've got this just tight-knit group that has been in the trenches with each other. It's bonded us. Like it's I mean, really can't ask for anything better. Like we just all know what each other are capable of, and so we just have this overall sense of belief and just I think sense of like accomplishment. Honestly, we wanted so hard to like be able to walk away from this season like we've left no stone unturned, just leaving everything out there so that we can really end all of our careers with kind of a good bookend.
The bookend is possibly approaching, but I have a couple more games left. We're going to talk about that matchup in the NCAA tournament, but I want to quickly go back. You mentioned the bond between your teammates. You also have a special connection to East Carolina because it's your hometown school. So, what has it been like these last 5 years getting to play as a Pirate?
I mean, just exactly what you would imagine. My mom and I yesterday I went over to my parents' house just to kind of soak it all in with them too. I think they're just as excited as I am to have had this opportunity. And we were going through like some baby pictures, and it was just me in like a ECU uniform, and it's so crazy to have once been in the shoes of like our youth player ball girls that come out to like the our home games and to now be in the shoes of like those girls that I used to look up to. It is just it's like a storybook, to be honest. And I feel so grateful to be able to represent this university. It just means the absolute world to me.
You're giving me chills just thinking about you in the little uniform as a young girl. And now, as you're saying, getting to be the example for those young girls. Now, you have a big one coming up on Friday. You take on South Carolina, as we saw in the selection show. So, what has been the messaging to the team? How do you get ready for that one?
Well, I mean, just like I said, we've got this close-knit group, and I mean, throughout the season, we have really taken on the challenge of going into these places away from home. I think our conference is one of the most spread out across the country, so we've had a lot of away trips where we're all traveling together for like, I mean, we've had 12-hour travel days this season, and then we've all got to come together, play the game, and then fly all the way home. And those days are hard and they're long, but I think our team has done such a good job of like taking on this challenge of traveling and then being this close-knit group that just goes into other people's places and enjoys the challenge of beating them on their home field. So I think we're just kind of taking this as another opportunity to do that. I mean, an SEC school, like that place is going to be rocking. So I think we're really excited to kind of get together and just take on another one of those challenges together as a group.
Yeah, your team is 5-0-2 on the road. So, you definitely like being away from home, it seems. We're very excited to watch you all play in that one. Maeve, thank you so much for joining us today, and congratulations again.
Of course. Thank you.